Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning, this is Dr. Erin in La La Land teaching universal law and spiritual truth. So lately I've been doing a little bit of research for different foundations to be involved with. I love the idea that we're all moving towards, which is basically serving. As Maslow's hierarchy says, as we get into self-actualization, we actually tend to give back. It's just part of a natural phenomenon. As we're given abundance in our life, as we claim that fully and step into our self-actualization, it's very natural to give back in many ways. And we're finding that with different products across the board, everything from Tom's shoes to different foundations. Basically, people know in marketing and in life that in order for us to really thrive, we have to give back to different foundations. So it's becoming common practice in entrepreneurship and in all brands for them to give back at whatever level, teaming up with nonprofits. And so in my ministry, we obviously do a lot of work with helping empower individuals that are teaching spirituality. That's one of my primary focuses, is awakening and helping entrepreneurs, divine entrepreneurs is what I call them. But I've been searching for different nonprofits to team up with. And one of the things that's near and dear to my heart are the homeless youths around Los Angeles County. It breaks my heart to think that there are homeless youths, children and teens out there. I just think that that's very intense. So the stats are this. Did you know that on any given day, there are nearly 428,000 children living in foster care in the United States? 428,000 children living in foster care. That means they don't have their mommies and daddies, okay? That's intense, okay? And then in Los Angeles County, there is 63,000 homeless youths in Los Angeles County, which means they call it basically the children of Skid Row. And yes, there are some services. These children do have services. They do generally go to school and they generally have housing, but they're pretty much homeless. They live in homeless shelters, okay? So this is a fascinating thing, because the reason why I'm bringing this up is not only to hopefully inspire you to take on making a difference in the world in some area of your life. And sometimes that's overwhelming, because sometimes we can barely even survive ourselves, or taking care of our own families. It can become overwhelming. But there is always something you can do, even if it's just bringing awareness to making a difference in the world. But, I think it's fascinating, because I used to think that when someone advances in their spiritual abilities, that they don't have any more suffering, that they live in a beautiful, peaceful, life only. And now I really look at that differently. I believe that God, our higher selves, this school of life, only gives us what we are ready to handle. And as we evolve in our spiritual classroom, it's like moving up in a game. Like, say you have a video game, a game. As you advance in that game, it actually gets harder and harder, right? So, I had this epiphany years ago that potentially as we advance in our spiritual nature, of course, we may have more challenges than before. We advanced souls go through advanced lessons, potentially. I'm not saying that's an axiom, a spiritual truth. I'm saying that it's a possibility. And as we advance, and I think that we have this delusion also that as we make more money, as we advance in, say, our careers, that it's going to get easier. It's the opposite. You get more problems as you advance. If you want to raise, it means you're going to have more things to manage, more things to oversee, whatever that is. So in your ability to problem solve is the true ability as advancing in your consciousness, right? So I speak about that when it seems like maybe a little bit of a paradox when it comes to talking about children living in foster care and the homeless youth of LA area, but it really isn't, because This is the title of the talk today. The title of the talk is Your Deepest Desires Are Destiny. Your deepest desires are destiny. And I often will pray for those children that are homeless or the children who are living in foster care. And I think about how much those children have to overcome, they have to even commit deeper and deeper in their consciousness to have their deepest desires persevere. So they have to have very, very advanced consciousness to overcome their karmic living. And again, that brings me to another point. I'm kind of going all over the place today, but these are important points. So I remember talking to a couple of my childhood girlfriends about how your consciousness creates your reality. And they say, well, I don't like that, because what if a child is born into something like, a home where they have to be given up for foster care? Did they consciously choose that, And the thing is, we have to remember that it's not just the individual consciousness, that individual consciousness is connected with collective consciousness and cosmic consciousness. So that child who is born into a family that is given up, say they're either homeless or they go into foster care, they are actually, that's a karmic debt of the whole consciousness, not just their consciousness. This is an outpicturing of the symptom of what's going on in our culture. All of these are all of our issues, not just that individual. That's why it's so important that we all make a difference and we all serve. Obviously, because this is all of our, this is our whole, how can you be 100% happy and fulfilled when knowing that there's children living on the streets? There's no way you can totally feel like you've done your job. It's impossible, in my opinion, because we're all in this together. We're one organism. The human race is one family. And so on that note, we know that today we get to align with universal law. And today is the law of desire or destiny. So what does this mean, the law of desire or destiny? How can this be a truth? So the law says this: what you truly desire is destiny. What you truly desire is destiny. Your greatest will is what prevails. So what you truly have commanded into your subconscious, what is truly what you desire, will prevail. It is the sum total of your consciousness and action. You are the creator of your destiny within the physical realm. There is no other there is no other creator. Your highest self is spirit. So you are the creator of your destiny within the physical realm. A unique divine destiny. You have a unique divine destiny. Every single one of those children, those 428,000 children in foster care, that's 63,000 homeless youths in Los Angeles County. Let me tell you, each one of those has a unique divine destiny. And I promise, and I know with my heart, that when a child perseveres through that type of a experience, they become the real leaders. Those are the people we want to root for. When they have victory, we all watch. We know their story. Their stories are profound. And so this law also states that the extent to which you have clarity of your desires and specifically inform universal law is the extent to which you will experience the destiny you desire. And so knowing that, I would bet money that any person that's come from a really rough upbringing, they had a moment. We each have a moment when we say, you know what? I decide I am going to fulfill this dream no matter what. And so I want you to today, I invite you to take 10 minutes. This is the daily spiritual practice, to take 10 minutes and decide within your mind, your commitment to your dreams, to decide wholeheartedly, because when you decide, that's when providence moves too. And I know and I pray for each one of those children out there today that they somehow in their heart decide to persevere, because it's a tough road out there. Not all of them will fulfill their dreams, but we're all rooting for each and every one of you. We were all rooting for that perseverance through all issues. And so today's challenge in this game of life is to choose one affirmation and say it throughout your day. Choose one strong affirmation and say it throughout your day till everything in your being believes that affirmations. I am enough. I am enough. My dreams, I am committed to my dreams. I live wholeheartedly knowing and believing and loving myself. Whatever that affirmation, I am enough. I am enough. Prosperity is my birthright. Whatever that affirmation is. And so I know today is a day to live your destiny, to live your dreams at full. Your deepest desires are destiny. And so I know that for sure. And so if you've benefited from this conversation, sorry, I've been a little bit all over the place today on this, but I believe this is an important conversation. Please like, share, and comment. Share this with somebody that you love, that you feel would benefit, that they may be challenged in their commitment to their dreams, and they just need to hear this one conversation to say, you know what? I'm committing no matter what. I'm not going to listen to the voice of negativity within. I'm not going to look at my circumstances of life. I'm going to persevere because my deepest desires are my destiny. You can find me at Dr. Erin across all social media. Please connect with me. You can private message me, tell me what's going on for you. I do take questions, and I call people every once in a while when they reach out to hear their story. You can also get my free app with 30 guided meditations at drerin.tv. That's DRERIN.tv. You can also find me on Focus TV Network at drerinshow.com. Have a wonderful day, you guys. I do one-on-ones at thedivinemastermind.com and 30dayprosperity.com. So join our communities, get involved, and may you live your truth.